She was 21 years old when she got married. She had just finished her degree and people started looking for a guy for her. And in no time, she got married. Since then, her life has been all about her husband and the 2 children that came after. Now, when I speak of this woman, she's selflessly selfish. Why I call her as someone who's very selfless? Because she never dreamt for herself. Why I call her selfish? Because she only thinks of these 3 people in her life. And since then, now, when she's 50 years old, she's only spent her entire life not dreaming for herself, but for these 3 people. My mother. When I was born, she was 30 years old. And she was that one person, the only person with whom I found comfort. So much to that, when I joined school, I took her along with me in the auto with all small kids. Just because I didn't want to go alone for one entire year. I made her travel in the auto every morning with me to the school because I didn't want her to leave me alone. For this entire year, I found comfort in her. I wouldn't leave her. Without her, none of my tasks would be completed. Without her, I wouldn't eat. Without her, I wouldn't change. Without her, I wouldn't wake up in the morning as she was my alarm clock, right? Slowly, as I grew up, I found comfort in other things. I started finding comfort not in people, not in my mother, but in things I do. I started finding hobbies of my own. I never made any friends because I really don't know what was wrong with me. But I found interest in painting, and that's how I slowly became independent. And the first time I went to school alone in UKG, I told my mom, "Ma, I'm grown up now, I can go alone." She said, "Finally, thank God." But she was proud. She told me, "I'm proud of you for going alone finally." Even though she did accompany for that one entire year without saying a word. This was her first step to letting me be independent. And from then on, things changed drastically. As a daughter who has a mind of her own, and as a mother who only thinks for her children and nothing more. She who believes that whatever she wants them to do for her children is nothing but for the better. But her children, when they reached at a teenage, they started having their own thoughts about what things should be like, how they should dress, how they should color their hair. And I had a lot of arguments with my mother relating to that. I disliked, talking to her at a point of time. But that didn't stop me from realizing that her intention and her entire life has been devoted to her children and her family and her husband. My mother, who got married at the age of 21, I would like to raise a toast to her so that her daughter today at 21 is chasing her own dreams. Woo!